Good morning, good morning. You know, my friends, I am doing my little morning walk and just do a lot of thinking when I do my morning walks. And I just walked by a piece of land. It's a small little piece of land, not much of a parcel, probably can't even build on it. But it brought a story to my mind of something that happened to me last summer. It was early last summer. This is a true story. Let's call this gentleman John. So John called me up and he said, "Hello, are you Mr. Rosa?" And I said, I must be in trouble because, you know, someone's calling me Mr. Rosa. And he said, "Oh, no, I got your name as Rob Rosa on the internet." And I said, "Yes, I am. How can I serve you, sir?" And he said, "Well, you know, I have this little piece of land. It's in Hartford, and you know, it's probably only worth about $25,000. He goes, "And I've spoken to about 6 other agents. It's right on the West Hartford line, and well, close by the West Hartford line. And nobody really wants to help me with it. They're telling me they're too busy, or that, you know, it's a small little piece of land that nobody can do anything with, and it probably just wouldn't make any sense for them to spend any time with it." He goes, "But I'm looking for someone to help me out." He said, "Do you think, Rob, that you can help me out?" And I said to him, I said, "You know what?" I said, "I got into the real estate business to help people out." I said, "So let me take a look at the piece of land. Let me walk it, get a good idea of really what it's all about, and I'll call you back." And he said, "Okay." So the next couple of days, I went out to the area. It was a little bit of a, you know, not the nicest area in the world. And I kept thinking to myself, no wonder no one wants to sign up to sell this land, because this is going to be a hard piece of land to sell. And I don't even know what you can really build on it. And it's kind of a little bit in the business area, kind of a little bit in a residential area. But I said, you know what? If I'm telling people that I'm going to help others, let me just go for it. So I called the gentleman up and I said, "Hey, listen, here's what we can do. I think that I'll do the research. I think somebody could put at least a 2-family property on there, or they could put, you know, maybe a duplex, whatever it might be, or maybe a little mixed-use property." He said, "You know what, Rob, I appreciate that. Why don't you do that research for me and then get back to me?" Now, if many of you don't know, as real estate salespeople, brokers, agents, you know, we do a lot of work for free. We have to, and that's in any sales position. So it's not something that I'm complaining about. It's just, that's the way that it really goes when we talk about sales. So I did the research, went back to him. "Okay, let's make it happen." We signed the paperwork. And wouldn't you know, I decided that I'm going to put I got some kind of vibe from this person. And it wasn't because I thought that there was going to be more opportunity. His vibe was that he was looking for someone sincere, that he was looking for someone that can help him, that wasn't looking to be a taker, but a giver. So I put the paperwork together, and we got the listing signed, and I decided that I'm going to put a lot of time and energy towards seeing if I could get a buyer for this gentleman as soon as possible, because for some reason something was telling me, "Rob, you know, give it your all, give it your all," like I usually try to. But sometimes you could be, the truth of the matter is, you can be demotivated. You can be thinking to yourself, "Oh, I can't do it because of this." You know, as a real estate agent, we could say, "Oh, it's because of the market. Oh, it's because interest rates are going up. Oh, it's because the stock market is going down. Oh, it's because things are so difficult these days because of the employment, because people don't want to do this or people don't want to do that." But I said to myself, let me put my maximum effort to this. And, you know, I was in that mode. And wouldn't you know, about 2-3 weeks later, I received a couple of offers, reviewed them with the seller, and he was ecstatic. And he ended up having the closing. Well, an hour after the closing, because, you know, in today's world, he was in New York. And everything was done by next day here, sending this document here, this document there. It's not like back in the olden days when we used to have a nice, beautiful closing. So about an hour after the closing, I get a phone call from him. And, you know, no lie. I mean, I probably made about $400 commission. But that's okay. So I was happy that I had another closing, I helped out another person, and that I made someone happy. Well, he called me up and he says, Rob, you know, your performance from day one, I was very happy with. And he says, you know, I spoke to about 6 other agents beforehand. Like I said earlier in the story, no one wanted to help me out. They thought that I was kind of like just this guy, desperate, trying to get rid of this $25,000, $30,000 piece of land. He says, but I want to tell you something. He says, I own about 12 multifamily properties in Hartford, and I want to sell them all. And you're my guy for it, because you sold that property for me, $25,000, $30,000, and put your best effort, and you didn't treat me different. He goes, I felt like these people who knew that I owned about 12 multifamily properties here in Hartford area, these other real estate agents, they would treat me different. So I guess the moral of my story today is that things are not always what they seem, my friend. And just when you think, oh, well, you know what, this person isn't a person maybe that deserves my best, well, think twice about it. Because I can tell you, number one, the Lord probably definitely feels different than that particular perspective, number one. And number two, if you're out there telling people that you care, that you want to help them, well, then go out there and help people instead of passing your perspective and maybe demotivating yourself and not really being true. So that's my story for the day. I'm going on my nice walk. I thought that it was something nice to share. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Of course, I'm available if you need me. I'll be showing some homes today. I'll be meeting up with a builder today. I'll be showing a commercial property today. So I'm available if you need me, but just wanted to share some of my thoughts with you, trying to get in my 12,000 steps for the day. And I hope you are doing well. God bless you. Rob Rosa, signing out.